Hello, welcome to our channel, and in this lesson we are going to discuss about hybridization. Okay, and this is lecture 15. And before we start our lesson, you can subscribe to our channel, like, share, and also the comment. So now let us start about our discussion, the hybridization. So here, a hybridization in case of chemistry, so it is nothing but the phenomenon of intermixing of atomic orbitals. So what is meant by atomic orbital? So if it is an atom around the nucleus, okay, these are shells. Okay, in the shells, what are they? They are, you can see the orbitals. So here you can see the orbitals. So these orbitals are going to get intermixed. Okay, so by intermixing of these orbitals which is present in the shell, that is known as hybridization. So this is a phenomenon of intermixing of atomic orbitals, not the shells, orbitals. Okay, so which has equal or nearly equal energy. So what is meant by equal or nearly equal? For example, if you see the second shell, so we in the second shell we have the s and also the p orbitals. Okay, so they have the same energy level, so they are going to get intermixed. And nearly means the shells which are adjacent to it, okay, the orbitals which are adjacent to it are little bit higher energy, they are also going to get intermixed. So this is known as intermixing of orbitals with equal energy or nearly equal energy to give rise to a new orbital. So by intermixing of these orbitals, so after intermixing, what you will get? You will get new. Okay. So this is the 2s, is the 2p. Okay. 2s and 2p, they are going to mix together, leading to the formation of a new orbital. So this is known as hybrid orbital. Okay, that the newly formed orbitals are hybrid orbitals. Example sp3. In the sp3 hybridization, you can see one s and also 3p orbitals are going to get intermixed, leading to the formation of sp3 hybrid orbital. So this sp3 hybrid orbital has the equal same energy. So let us consider, so this is the s and also this is the p. So in the p we have the three degenerate orbitals, so this x, y, and z. Okay, and the s. So here it has some little bit different energy, so these s and also the p orbitals are going to get intermixed, leading to the formation of a new hybrid orbital that is known as sp3. In the sp3 you can see here, so how many orbitals are there? 1, 2, 3, and 4. So here you can also, you can see the 4, 1, 2, 3, and also the 4. So the orbitals before the hybridization and after the hybridization is equal. Before, here there are 4, and after that also you can see the 4 hybrid orbitals. 4 orbitals are there. So these are hybrid orbitals, these are non-hybrid orbitals. Why? Because they before the hybridization there were no intermixing. Okay. So the valence shell and also valence electrons are redistributed or shuffled with equal properties and energy, shape, etc. So after the hybridization, whatever the electrons, whatever the orbitals they have the equal energy. It means after hybridization, the redistribution will be there. Redistribution means distribution among themselves. Shuffling means changing. So that is known as shuffling or redistribution. So after that, they also have the equal properties, like whether it may be energy, shape, or etc. So these are the results after the hybridization in case of orbitals. Okay, its hybridization explains about the bond strength, bond length, reactivity, geometry, and various properties. So these all are the things. What is the bond length? The bond length means the how much length the bond is. So this is a let us consider the longer bond, and this is a shorter bond. So these are explained by the hybridization. So next, the bond length. So this is the bond length and this is the bond strength. So the bond length is completely based upon the it means the bond strength is completely based upon the bond length. So let us consider this is a shorter bond. The shorter bond has a more strength, and this is a longer bond, it has a less strength. Okay. So next is the reactivity, how the atoms or molecules are reactive, or how vigorosity, or how much fast and efficient they are reacting. It is explained by the hybridization, geometry, and various things. Okay, and orbitals with vacant or fully filled or half filled things can undergo the hybridization. So in the previous lessons also we have discussed what is meant by vacant orbital, what is half filled and full filled, and so on. So it is not filled, not at all filled, it is vacant, so it is half filled, and this is fully filled, okay, or completely filled. So each and every orbital has a capability of having or holding 2 electrons. Okay, so this is about hybridization, and more things about hybridization is the orbitals before and after the hybridization is equal. Just now we have seen. So here before there are 4 hybrid orbitals, 1 and also the 3. So total there are 4, and after the hybridization also you can see total 4 things, 4 hybrid orbitals can be seen. So this sentence is saying about it. So the hybridization explains about the sigma bond and also the lone pairs. So what is meant by lone pair and what is bond pair? Lone pair means these are the pair of electrons that are not going to involve in the bond formation. Okay, that is known as a lone pair. So you can we generally will represent. So let us consider this atom A. If it has a lone pair, we will draw the 2 dots and we will put in this way. So these are known as lone pairs. Okay, they are not going to involve in the bond formation. So the naming of hybrid orbitals are completely based upon the orbitals which undergo the hybridization. Example sp3. So if you see here, the word sp3 itself is saying about its name. Okay, sp3 means here the s orbital is there and here the p orbital is also there. So how many p and how many s orbitals? It is completely based upon the number above it. So if there is no number, it means it is 1. Okay. So the above the p there are 3. Okay, the number 3 is there. It means the 3p orbitals, the 3p orbitals are there. Okay, it means sp3 means 1s and 3p orbitals. It means 3 degenerate orbitals of the p. Okay, it is known as the naming of orbitals. Okay, so next, the hybrid orbitals always try to have the minimum repulsions among them for the stability and geometry. So repulsions means the repelling forces among these orbitals, that is known as repulsion. So in this case of hybrid orbitals, they have the minimum repulsions. If the minimum repulsions is there, the atoms or the molecules will be little bit more stable, and as a result, the geometry and stability is also possible in case of hybrid orbitals. Okay, and along with hybridization, there is another theory that is known as VBT, valence bond theory. So, but here the valence bond theory has some drawbacks or some problems with it. That is known as it is going to fail. It is failed to explain about the formation of covalent bond, how the covalent bond is formed, and bond energies, etc. So these are the drawbacks of the VBT. So example, over there is a CH4 molecule. So it is failed to explain about such kind of molecules, and BBT failed to explain about the formation of electron deficient molecules. Electron deficient means the atoms or the molecules which has the less number of electrons. Okay, so example BF3 and so on. So these are the failures or the drawbacks of the valence bond theory. Okay, and I hope this lecture is helpful to you, and if you found this lecture helpful to you, you can subscribe to our channel if you have not subscribed, and like, share, and also the comment. Okay, and we will discuss the next topic in the next lecture. Okay.